Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Hope you're doing well today. Hope all is good in your world. Now today I've got a brief tutorial for you, especially if you're a wood or bamboo arrow shooter. You know that as of late I have been using these Outserts for my bamboo arrow builds, and I love using these Outserts because the simplicity of use. All you need is just a little bit of arrow shaft prep to use these, and then the bonus to that is once you get these installed, you can use whatever field tip, broadhead, or whatever else you want to put on the front of your arrow. So it just makes it an easy overall great fix for your bamboo or wooden arrow builds. Now there is a negative to this whenever it comes to these Outserts, and I'm going to show you what that is, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can quick fix that, and then that way you don't have to worry about that so much anymore. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go down to the table. I'm going to show you a build using these Outserts, and then I'm going to show you how to fix something that is a major negative with these that I have found over the course of shooting them. So let's go down to the table and check that out. All right, so like I was saying before, these Outserts are a great way to quickly build some wood or bamboo arrows without having to do a lot to the front end of these shafts. Now you do have to do a little bit of prep like I've shown in a previous video, but once you get the prep done, these things are very easy to install, and they're tough as nails even though they're made out of aluminum. Now I have been a few of these, but now the only negative I can see to these Outserts is quite simply a very glaring issue, and one that you're going to have to fix. So I've prepped an arrow shaft here. Now I broke this arrow, so no harm, no foul, and I won't be gluing this Outsert on. So you put the Outsert on and it makes a very nice arrow build, but the problem is right in this area here. This area here, it creates a lip that sticks up. I don't know if you can see that. I'm catching that with my thumbnail, and let's see if I can catch it even closer. I don't know that I can. It sticks up a little bit, and this creates an issue whenever you're trying to pull arrows from your target. Now, if you're using closed cell foam targets, these are not so much a big deal. The arrows will pull relatively easy, but if you're using a like a fabric type or cloth face on your target, this creates a arrow pull issue, and it does a lot of damage to the target face. Now, I learned this the hard way until I figured out how to fix this, but there is a quick fix to this. And it's a little inexpensive tool that you can pick up. So let me get that out. Let me show you what that is. And then we're going to fix, not this one, we're going to do another one that I've already built. And we're going to take a few shots to show you exactly what I'm talking about and how the fix for this makes it so much easier to pull the arrows. Now, the tool that I'm talking about to help you fix these Outserts on your arrow shafts is this. This is just a shell casing chamfer tool that you can pick up anywhere really. I've got this one on Amazon for about 14 bucks is what I paid for this. Not so much worried about this business end of the tool, more so this right here, because this is the end that's going to help you fix those Outserts and help you when it comes to arrow pulls. Now you can do this thing by hand, but I found an easier way, and I'm going to show you that here. So what I do is I take the end off of this, like so. And you can see here, if I can get this to come into focus, this will cut at a 45-degree angle and cut down the outer edge of that Outsert or that shell casing, whatever you're doing with it. And that will allow you to create a situation where that arrow is much easier to pull from that target. So let me go ahead and set this up and get it in my drill. Now, I know this has threads on it. If you can see, this thing's so hard to come into focus this close. This thing has threads on it here if you're going to be using it with the tool. I don't really worry about it so much because I'm not going to be doing any shell casings with it. I bought it specifically for this purpose. Want to put a field tip in your Outsert, then you want to grab it with a pair of pliers. And all we're going to do is we're going to work on this edge right here. And then you take your chamfer tool, place it in, and then you're just going to cut that edge down. Now you're going to have to deal with the shavings, of course. What that does is it bevels that edge to where it sits almost flush with the arrow shaft itself, and it creates just a slight ramp here to help this arrow pull from the target relatively easy. So let me take a little bit more off of that. Now if you do this by hand with these Outserts, it takes a while to get this edge that way. So it's best if you use just a tool, a drill. And you want to take a piece of sandpaper. I just take some fine sandpaper and just clean that edge up a little bit more. You don't have to get too crazy with it because it's already done for you. And there you go. That creates a nice beveled edge on that Outsert. And then when you take that and put it back onto your arrow shaft here. I got something on the way there. Slide it back on. Hopefully you can see this. It creates just like a little ramp, if you will. Now it's still a little bit of an edge, nothing drastic like it was. So again, with a closed cell foam target, this is not going to really matter, but when you're using like a fabric covered on your target face, that edge that this has before you cut that thing down is really hard to pull, and it does a lot of damage to the fabric of that target face. But that makes a nice little edge, easier to pull, and then once you glue this in place, of course, it's going to make a nice smooth transition to your arrow shaft. Now once you get this affixed to the arrow shaft with hot glue or whatever kind of glue you're going to use to put this on there, that makes for a nice transition from the arrow shaft to the Outsert, and it does make it a lot easier to pull. Now I've got a few arrows here, a couple that I've already done this to, and as I do builds in the future, I'm going to do this to every one of the Outserts. And then I've got a few that I haven't done this to yet, and I'm going to show you the difference. Now we're going to set up inside out here at my target that I have set up in my little shooting area down in the basement. And I'm going to take a few shots, and then I'm going to show you how easy or how not so easy the arrows pull from the target based on how you have this Outsert fixed on the arrow shaft. So let's get set up. Let's go shoot. Okay, so now I've got my camera set up at my target. I'm going to take a couple of shots. I'm shooting two arrows. One, I don't know if you can see that, one has got the bevel cut on it and the other does not. So what I'm going to do is shoot the one without the bevel on it into the target and see how it pulls out, and then we're going to shoot the one with the bevel on it. See if there's any difference in the way these pull from this type of target. Now you can see that I've put a lot of shots into this thing, so hopefully it's going to stand the test of time. But let's go take these shots and compare the two arrows. Alrighty, so let's pull the arrows and see if there's a difference. Now I know this target's been shot a good bit here in the center, so yeah, see, that just pulled right out. I need to find a spot on the target that has been, maybe down in here. Let me go try that one more time. Yeah, I think I can get that corner. There we go. That's what much better. Okay, so that yielded better results. What I was looking for here. So this top arrow has not been beveled. This bottom one has, and let's pull them and see exactly if there is a difference in the way these come out of the target. You see that, how that's pulling like that? You got to work that thing to actually get it out of there. Now you still have to work this out, but it's not as bad as before, and it pulls out relatively easy without doing a lot of damage to the outer carcass of your target here. All right, so hopefully you could tell in those test shots the difference between the beveled edge and the non-beveled edge make on these Outserts. Even though it may not seem like it, these are so much easier to pull from that style of target face if you have that beveled edge on it. It just makes an easier transition as you're pulling the arrow out, as opposed to this leading edge or this lip here on just the unaffected Outsert. Now if you're using a closed cell target, closed cell foam target, it's really not going to matter that much. Those are going to pull about the same out of those. I know from shooting the one that I have, there's no difference in the way the arrow pulls. But for that style of target face, you definitely need something that's going to ease that transition and not destroy that target face the way I've been doing mine. Not a good thing. So hopefully this will help you out. Just a quick little fix for these Outserts if you build a lot of wood or bamboo arrows like I do. And hopefully that'll give you something you can use for your next arrow build. So thank you so much for checking out my video. I really do appreciate that. Oh, quick update. The winner of the bow giveaway actually came forward within the allotted time. Goat Farmer actually decided he wanted the San Lita Archery Eagle X9 takedown recurve bow. That bow is packed up, shipped, and on his way to him now. Should get there possibly tomorrow by way of the tracking is, and hopefully he'll take that bow and just get out and enjoy it. Really, really good to have been able to give one of these bows away. Now coming up in the future, I will have some additional giveaways. Probably not a bow on the next one, but we'll be doing some really cool stuff as the time progresses. And hopefully you'll join me for that. Now, if you're new to my channel, you just stumbled on here, hopefully you like the content that you see. If you do, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if it's worthy of it, please give it that thumbs up. And if not, I totally understand. My content is not everybody's cup of tea. I do totally get that. It's just the way this YouTube channel is. But hopefully the content that I am putting out, you do enjoy. And if you do like it, share it with your friends. Let everybody know to come by and check me out. @Scott Winters is my YouTube channel handle, if you will. Easy to find, @Scott Winters. Just come by and check me out. And you can check out my other socials as well. Also, I just want to give a big shout out to all my subscribers. Thank you for hanging with me for as long as you have. I really appreciate that. And as we go forward into the rest of this year, I've got more bow content coming. You can tell there's one hanging on the back, on the bow rack back there. I've got covered up. That's a new review that's going to come out here soon as I get some things in place to actually review that bow properly. But as always, I thank you. I really appreciate all of your support, and I appreciate all of my subscribers. And I hope you have a great day, a better day tomorrow, and a wonderful week ahead of you. And until next time.